This is a reading video for Durarara episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, the first 4 episodes of the show. It was a really cool show. It started off a little bit slow, but it quickly picked up the pace, and my intrigued level peaked very, very high. So click in the link in the description below to go watch the anime for yourself, or the reaction for yourself, and then come back here to see my full thoughts and theories about these episodes and what's to come and all that good stuff. There is a bit of a slight not safe for work warning for episode 4. There's like 2 scenes where it's just better safe than sorry. If you're in a public area or whatever, you don't want to be seen as being weird or whatever. Anyways, click down there, watch your reaction, and then come back here. Yeah. So click right now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. Okay, so joining me as always is Try. I'm gonna hide the not safe for work thing because I don't need it anymore. Oops, there we go. So first, okay, yeah, I've messed it up hardcore. So not only did we have the episodes be all mishmash and all that kind of stuff, a lot of editing for that, and that's going to probably take me a couple hours to render with the splits and everything with the video, because usually I could just record it and then upload it like right away, but with this video I'm going to have to do cuts and everything in it, so it's going to take a long time to render that and everything, and then shrink it so it's not as big of a file, so that's going to take a bit longer, so that's a bit annoying, but I know now to do a certain process while downloading the episodes to avoid that in the future. But anyways, it's a really cool anime. I'm really intrigued by it. When I was first watching it, the first episode, I had no clue what was happening. I was just kind of along for the ride in a way. We just, met some kid and his best friend, and they were talking about the city. It's just like, all right, like, where's this going? They're talking about like gangs and everything, so I thought it was gonna be like a gang anime, because I knew nothing going into the show at all. So I thought it was gonna be some form of gang, whatever. Then they started talking about certain people or whatever, and then incidents started popping up, like the vending machine getting flying up, the big guy, the huge dude, the sushi guy, and who else? Well, he didn't know then, but basically we know now is the guy on the computer who basically likes to troll people in a way. Like, well, not it's kind of like a what would that be described as? Because it's like he's not trolling people. He's literally showing them they're wrong. Like, he's proving people that they're wrong. Like, the girl said that she wanted to die, so we set up this whole thing to make it look like she was gonna die, kind of thing, or wish that she was dead, and then she be okay with it, and then take it away from her, and then advanced drawing. It's like there's so many steps to his madness that it's like it's unique for sure. I did see I'm thinking it might be Easter egg. I'm not sure. Whatever, the little nod or whatever to Bakano. There's a couple pictures that were in the one of the streets on episode 2 or 3. I can't remember. It was a bunch of the characters from Bakano, which is really cool. But yeah, it was really interesting. There's a few references to other animes. Okay. I remember 2 of the pictures at least being part of Durarara, I think. Oh, one for sure. I know for sure for one of them. But there was like I think the third image, I think it looked a bit like one of the kids, or what the kid basically from Bakano. Anyways, so yeah, so I thought it was a bunch of things while it was going on, and then they started talking about like demons and stuff, and like legends and myths and that kind of thing. So I thought it might have been like kind of like an underground, uh, you know, underground world of like demons, that kind of thing, like throughout the city. And I thought all these people that they were mentioning were like, these demons kind of thing, that like the underground place. And then I started thinking about other things that might have been happening, and ultimately what the thing is a bit of gang stuff, but also a bit of um, mythos and like legends and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. The girl is super interesting. I've never heard of. I don't know if it's like a legit myth or not. But I've never heard of it. So yeah, it's super interesting. I would have assumed I would have because I'm really big into like Ireland like myths and that kind of thing. But yeah, this one's like I don't know if it's legit or not, or like it's like a real life myth, or legend or whatever. Um, but yeah, it really intrigued me for sure. So it's basically like the headless horseman, but like uh, a girl and her horse. Um, but I guess there was no real motivation for her other than just roaming the streets, and anybody who saw her was painted in blood, basically. Um, a Doulahan, yeah. Um, because like the headless horseman, like that, like mythos or myth or legend or whatever, the headless horseman, was a person who roamed the streets, cutting people's heads off to use as his kind of thing. Um, but this myth doesn't say anything about hunting for heads. It's more so just roaming, and running around or whatever. And if anybody sees her, then you know you get splashed with blood or whatever. Um, so it's definitely a really interesting myth, and her character is pretty awesome. Saw her in the first episode, just absolutely demolished the three guys. Okay, so the one guy, the one troll dude, the advanced troll dude, whatever his name is, he hired her to save her, basically. Um, and he told her not to, or not like I guess just rough him up or whatever. I'm pretty sure she straight up killed two people, like without a doubt. There was Isaiah, 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 one of those. Something like that. I don't know. So yeah, she straight up like smashed somebody's like the one of the dude's head into a cement wall, and there was blood all the way down the wall. One guy got effectively kicked by the horse, the bike, um, and smashed against like the pillar or whatever, and then the other guy got effectively like cut through by like a spectral um spectral like freaking like grim reaper like scythe. So I mean, I don't know how he's doing. I don't know if he's dead or not, or like um uh, I don't know, like his soul just immediately just get like ripped out of him and he's dead kind of thing, just with like boy without a soul. Like yeah, I know, right? From one scythe anime to another. For sure. um yeah, so it's definitely a cool character, but yeah, I wonder if those guys are dead or they're just knocked out or whatever. Um, but then we saw her later on. She actually saved the girl from falling off the building that chose to fall off the building, and then was saved, kind of thing. So she's doing it or that for what we're seeing. She's a good guy. Um, she not only saved the girl per as the job, but she also went above and beyond. Basically, like the one guy said, went above and beyond, saving, or yeah, going the extra step and in the job and everything. Um, but yeah, she's a cool character. All the other characters are pretty interesting. The guy the yellow hair guy, the butler, not the butler, the waiter, not the waiter, bartender. There we go. The bartender. He was pretty interesting. He. I freaking love that scene where he literally just chucked a trash can at the dude at Isaiah, 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 Isaiah. I don't properly how to spell that or say that. I had to write first. Isaiah? Isaiah. E instead of IH. Isaiah. Isaiah. All right. Again, so for those of you who are new to my channel, I am terrible with names. So it'll take me a couple episodes, a couple reactions, what have you, to properly have some kind of guide that I can look at every time I say their name, um, to properly say it like correctly and everything. So forgive me if I am butchering these names. I am for sure 100% saying these names wrong. So I apologize. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to. Um, Oh, what's the gift? Oh, the trash can! The trash can's the best. It just came out of literally nowhere. I just freaking love it. And he got up just fine afterwards. He just got up and it was like, oh hi, kind of thing. Just like it was. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so he got just absolutely wrecked by the trash can. By Shizuo. 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 He's a cool character because he reminded me a lot of this one character. Crap, now I can't remember what I'm thinking of. Well, like when I first saw him and his mannerisms and everything, he reminded me of a different character from a different anime, but now I can't remember who it was. I can't remember now. I can't remember for the life of me what I was thinking of before. That scene was hilarious. Literally punched the dude so hard his clothes fell off. Like that's such freaking power. That it leads me back to my like original thoughts of the anime, thinking it might be like a demon underground world sort of anime. Like all these people that we are interacting with are actual like legends and myths and their stuff, and like he's just one that is like super strong kind of thing, just like can punch people like so hard or pick up giant like vending machines and just toss him up or punch him up or whatever and just like with ease. So I'm super interested to see how he's that strong, and how that one guy. Hold on, I gotta scroll up. Let's see his name again. I'm gonna write these down. I'm gonna write these down. So we got Isaiah, Easier. Sorry, Easier. Troll guy. Then we have she.
It's Isaiah.
Isaiah. Sorry.
Okay, I got sick of typing it.
Yeah, Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah. I apologize. Oh yeah, Izuo. Bartender. Yes. Okay. And I'll get to the rest later. I just wanted to get those two down, whatever. I asked Try to have like a very helpful guide to go off of, so he'll hopefully work on that. So yeah, those characters are pretty cool. The sushi guy is pretty interesting. There's actually a bit in episode 3. I think it's 3. The actual text, I believe they might have been speaking Russian, but they might have also been speaking something else. I'm not entirely sure. The subtitles were in that language, or in Japanese, I think, or something like that. It wasn't actually in English, so I had no idea what was happening. But I believe the girls were asking for directions. That's kind of like what I like gathered. I think they were asking for directions. He pointed in the right way, and they left. Like there was nothing much to that, other than that. I actually like how each episode is in a way narrated by a different character, a different voice actor. which is really really cool. Because the first episode was, I don't know the character, but it was voiced by the main character, and then the second episode was voiced by a girl. Was this the second episode? Was yeah, this is one of the girls. And then the third was by the sushi guy. The sushi guy, right? I think so. Yeah, the sushi guy voiced the third one, and then the fourth one had a different character. Oh, uh, the guy who reminds me of Loxus. Like, I think it might be the Loxus guy. The guy who voices the one kid who decided to drop out of school in a way, like leave school. I think it's that voice actor. I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. It sounds so much like Loxus, like it. I don't know. It could just be me. But yeah. So I like that. I like how every episode is like their narrator of the episode is like other voice actors or other characters or their point of views of thing kind of thing. Because like for instance, the third episode, the sushi guy was in it, but he wasn't really like Simon. Sorry, he wasn't really like in it for like the entire episode. He was just in it for like that single scene, with him stopping the bartender and troll guy from attacking each other, or whatever. So he wasn't really in it for very long. He was just in it for like a little bit, but he voiced the episode. So it's really interesting how they're doing the narration and everything. It's really 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 cool. Um, I mean, what else? I mean, the main character is pretty bland in my opinion. Not much to him yet. He's probably gonna grow into something more as time goes on. Um, I've got the best friend, which is interesting. Best friend's interesting. Um, Always hitting on girls and everything, even though they're saying no. That kind of thing. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? We have the classroom representative of the females, the glasses girl. She is pretty interesting as well. Was she the one with the boyfriend who's in um the gang, or was it the other girl, the one that's went missing or something like that? I can't remember which one they were referencing when the bully girls were talking about one of her, well, like her boyfriend is part of the the dollars or whatever. I can't remember if it was the glasses girl or the girl that's missing that they were referencing that to. Um, oh gosh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, well those are all the characters. Um, oh yeah, the two. Oh yeah, the recording can't actually see all this, but I'll bring it back here. Um, so um, yeah, I don't know which one of these. Okay, so it was her, the glasses girl, and then where's the other girl? Where's the girl with the pigtails? Or pig ish, yeah, whatever. Other girl that like fell off the building. Not on the list. Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, the characters are pretty interesting. The best friends, the ones that were in the van in the first episode that we saw, the four people, I guess. Well, three, maybe four. There was four there, but we later on saw only three there, so I'm not sure if the fourth guy that was there was really one of their friends or just like an acquaintance or whatever. Anyways, regardless, the manga people, um, they're pretty interesting too and everything. So I'm interested to see more about them and everything. I'm super just skeptic if this is like everyone's a myth, or is it just like if the Black Rider is like the only myth in the show, and it's like I'm still on my toes. I'm waiting for one of them to reveal, and I'm also like just just like some kind of mythos or legend in the past or whatever. So I don't know. I can definitely see every single one of these characters being some kind of myth. Like the troll guy being some kind of myth about, like luring kids to their death, that kind of like, Pied Piper kind of feel. I could definitely see the bartender as being some kind of like hulkish, just like uh monster kind of thing. I can definitely see the sushi guy as also in the same way being like that too. The very strong, gentle kind of soul in a way. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Main character probably doesn't have anything tied to him. He's just a bit new to the world. Still, his best friend knows everybody. Apparently, he's like an info broker himself. His best friend knows like the ins and outs of like everything in the city. Who not to talk to, who to avoid, who not to avoid, just like all this kind of stuff. So that was pretty interesting to have him like walk through the whole step and everything. That's what I was talking about in the very beginning when I was saying it seems slow at the start because he was just like talking about the city, and at the first like when you're first watching it, you're like, all right, where's this going, kind of thing. But like now that I'm looking back at it, like he legitimately was setting up the show. Um, like every character he was saying, like don't talk to that guy, avoid that guy, be careful of that guy, all that kind of stuff. Like that's legit. Like he was literally saying all these characters like that we're seeing are like the people he was talking about. So I shouldn't have been so, I guess, impatient or whatever. Just usually a lot of like first episode shows like always have like a cut and clean, like this is the plot kind of thing, like right away. Like so I guess I expected more of like a show of like the plot than just like two friends talking or whatever. Um, but I like it. I like it. It's a definitely interesting show. So I cannot wait to do some more. Is there anything I should talk about? Try. Oh, the doctor kid's pretty cool. Interesting. I'm not sure entirely how to feel about him yet. Um, because in my eyes, I'm in the uh, what's her name? The cat bite girl. Uh, Kelty. Is it Kelty? Yeah. Um, Celty. Celty. Kelty. Salty. Salty. Let me write that down. Salty. Salty. Yes. Bike girl. I'm just gonna say bike girl. So I'm on her side. Like I'm like full on like on her side. Like she's trying to find her head. I want her to find her head, that kind of thing. What he's doing, he's in a way like it seems like he's trying to expose her, but at the same time, like he's lived with her for 20 years, so maybe he's looking out for her. But like I don't know. I don't know what his intentions are. Even when I dislike. I was gonna ask who I like the most, but obviously Salty. Yeah. Um, who do I dislike? As of right now, I'm not sure exactly. I would probably lean towards like the main character because he didn't really stand out, right? Like he didn't have like a big show. Like all of the other characters has what's it whatever. A big kind of show of their personality. Um uh the bartender can throw stuff and he's very like, uh headstrong basically. All the other characters all show their potential as characters and yeah, all that kind of stuff. The main character has not really in my eyes yet. I say yet because I know for a fact he's going to at some point. That's just how anime works. But I can't really put a finger on like the most disliked character. Um, at this time right now. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I can just probably like just throw out a name, but like even that, I don't think would even be my dislike. I'm just kind of throwing out a random name. But I would yeah I would probably just lean towards the main character at this point because like I said, only because we haven't really seen him develop. or show a big show of his personality yet. That's the only thing. Like I said, it's anime. He's a main character. He's for sure going to come out of his shell and be like a total badass by the end of the anime or whatever. So yeah. Is there anything I missed? I feel like there's something I missed. Yeah, that's it. Yep. If there is anything that I missed in these 4 episodes that you would like me to talk about, a character or my thoughts on a character or what have you, leave a comment down below and I'll talk with you guys down there and all that good stuff. Obviously, no spoilers. I am brand new to this series, so I know absolutely nothing beyond this point. I'd like a little reaction with the tentacle. Yeah, I'm gonna probably edit some funny thing in or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm gonna do it right away after this. Basically, I'm gonna have to because rendering it's gonna take a while. But yeah, so no spoilers at all. Only talk about these 4 episodes. Not only for me, but for other people watching this series. Don't spoil them. Don't be a dick and don't spoil them. Don't be a troll. Don't be an advanced troll. Don't be a dick. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys back here next week with 4 more episodes, as well as the opening you get to watch as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next set of episodes. Bye, everybody.
裏切りの夕焼け厄介に絡みつく汗を切り裂くようにしてマシンは叫ぶ